Hello! Today we shall be talking about / reviewing, whatever you would like to call it, 47 Meters Down, the first one. I recently watched it off Hulu, I want to say. Yeah, it was Hulu, and thought I will make a video about it. So without further ado, shall we begin? 47 Meters Down. This is a perfect movie to watch around summertime. I personally have never seen it. The reviews are pretty mixed on it. Let me know what you think of it down in the comments below. This will be a spoiler-filled review, but if it's anything big, I'll definitely put out the caption and all that, like, oh, definitely spoiler-filled. But let's actually talk about it. So, there'll be, like, there's two characters in this, the two main characters. One of them voiced Rapunzel from Tangled. The other one I had never heard of before, but they both did really good for their roles they were given and all that, and I really did enjoy their chemistry. Like, they actually did feel like legit sisters. And then one of the things I gotta say about Matthew Modine is in this too. I've mainly known him from Stranger Things, but I don't know how I remember that name, but I do remember it. But anyway, like, what I wanted to talk about is mainly the visual effects too, is one of the big things. The visual effects in this are actually very, very well done. They were a lot better than what I thought they were going to be, because fun little tidbit about this movie was originally released as a straight-to-DVD movie. It was originally called In the Deep, and then like they got pulled from shelves because they were like, you know what, this actually is doing pretty well. We need to actually like fully release this completely, and they ended up doing that. So if you can find a movie of In the Deep, like DVD, an FYE or thrift shop and all that, pick it up. It's actually worth a little bit of money. I sadly do not have it, but I don't own either of the two 47 Meter Down movies, but they're both fun for what they are. I've watched both of them. I will be making a review video for the sequel, but this one, we're talking about the first one. So pretty much like they're vacationing, like the older sister, I want to say, just got out of a relationship, and like the younger sister is trying to get her mind off of things, and she's like, how about we go cage diving? It'll be a lot of fun. And they meet these guys, and they're like, we could take you cage diving super cheap, or like it'll be very easy. And they're like, he's like, come on, I'll take ya. So he ends up talking them into it. The next morning they go, and then they go cage diving. It's pretty cool. They come face to face with a couple of great white sharks, and the visual effects are actually pretty well done with these sharks. Like, they actually look pretty real. The sequel, they don't look as real, but that's because of certain things that I'll talk about when I do a review video for the sequel. But like they do like the cage diving and all that, and then the chain breaks and they go flying down 47 meters, and then they hit the bottom of the floor, like a cliff of the seafloor, because if they actually plummeted down to the actual seafloor, they would probably be dead, because it is humongous. But anyway, like, they're down there, like, just bobbing, trying to get their like bearings and all that, and they were pretty much like, do not come up. We will send somebody down there. Do not come up. Do not, like, do anything. And this is where the movie really starts to get going, and I gotta say, like, the tension in it really does get to you from time to time. There's this one scene where they have to get over to the other person that they think has a flashlight and all that, because they're being stuck down there and they're losing oxygen and all that, and they're panicking, and so they go swimming from one cliff to the other, and it's like, it's just a whole lot of nothing. It's dark, it's eerie. Like, that scene legit like did like get me. I was like, it's like, no. And especially since a shark can come out of nowhere, because these things are like bloodthirsty, and they're ready. And I expected one of them when she went swimming, because it was like two like cliffs like this. The flashlight was here, they were here, and she had to go like that. And the biggest thing about that was like, through that, it's just an open space, and it's dark, and you can't make anything out. So she goes swimming over there, and I thought for sure a shark was just gonna go dun 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 and just completely like just attack and all that, but it didn't happen. It was just a lot of tension. And then they pretty much have to bring down other like oxygen tanks, because they're running low on oxygen and they were gonna suffocate. And they pretty much told them, they're like, be very careful when you're doing this, you might start hallucinating and all that. And one sister ends up getting attacked by the shark, and she gets like just completely dragged away before you could even comprehend what actually happened. I was actually very surprised by that. But she finds out that her sister is actually alive, and she goes swimming over to her, and she saves her. And then they go swimming up to the boat and all that, and then they finally get to the boat while the great whites are circling them, and they're swimming as fast as they can, and the great whites are coming at them. And then they finally pull them up, and the main thing was that she was like, we made it. And then the guy was like, you're the only one that made it. Like, your sister didn't come up with you. and that was one of the main hallucinations that happened, and I was like, oh, like, I figured something was gonna happen the minute that he said, like, the oxygen tank, they can cause hallucinations, like, but I didn't, like, really put it together. I was like, what, maybe, and then I, like, was like, nah, that's probably not it. They're probably doing fine and all that. Like, well, not fine, but they probably did all right with that. But, no, it was a pretty decent twist, and it was a good movie. The sequel brings back none of the original characters, but I did enjoy the sequel a lot, too. But I would give this movie a 7 out of 10. It was a lot of fun. It's a perfect summer movie. It does get under your skin a little bit, especially if you don't like sharks and all that. So this movie will definitely give you what you don't want, but what you want in a shark movie, in my personal opinion. But anyway, that was my review of 47 Meters Down. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and a subscribe so I know to keep making more of these. If you have any video requests, please leave them down in the comments below. I will do my best to reply. If you've seen 47 Meters Down, let me know what you think of it down in the comments below. If you liked it, if you disliked it, if you loved it, if you hated it, let me know down in the comments below. But thanks for watching as always, and I will see all of you in the next video. Bye!